think we're live. Hey everyone. I'm gonna wait until some people get in here. Can y'all hear me? Hey everyone. We're just gonna wait a few more minutes until some people start hopping in the chats or in the live in general. Now earlier I could see a way to make this horizontal. Danilo? Hopefully I'm saying that name right. Hi from Monterrey, Mexico. Awesome. Hey guys. Oh, we got some people popping in. Yay. Why ain't this showing? Good evening, Purnell. Hey everyone. Why isn't this starting? Oh, okay, I see. It's starting now. Make sure you hit that like button when you come in. Hi from Nobleville, Indiana. Awesome. Hey, Ben. Hey, Derek. Sandersonville, Georgia. Georgia in the house. Indiana in the house. Mexico in the house. That's freaking awesome. Yeah. Good to see y'all here. Y'all ready for some spooky stories tonight? I got some good ones for you tonight, actually. Oh, hell yes, this is Derek. Oh, hell yes. Hey, Natasha. All the way in Canada, eh? That's freaking awesome. Okay, we're going to have to get my mod in here. You remember how to do it, Selena? Thanks, Selena. Serbia? Nice. Hey, guys. Hey, Jupiter. Hey, Interceptor. Hey, Shadow. Hey, Aaron from Kentucky. Wow, that is so cool. All right. Yeah. Do you know what if that comes every day in town? What? Yeah, I thought we deleted him. We blocked him. Let's block that person, please. Do I like feet? No, I don't like feet. They're just... Hello, my friend. Hello, Gloria. Hey, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Hey, Steven. Sorry if I'm missing people. I'm glad y'all are coming in now. Nathan, wow, first time made it to a live event. So excited. What's up, Nathan? Hey, Scott. Got Georgia in the house. What are you talking about on your channel? We're about to do some scary stories that a subscriber sent me. Are we talking about Bigfoot? Possibly. I know I got some dog man and werewolf stories for you. I think we can actually start. I'm going to start with a couple real good ones, guys. This first one, though, is an email, and they don't want me to say their name. So I'm going to go ahead and start. If the mod is okay, Selena, you know what to do. You know how to block people and put them in timeout and everything. If you're not sure, like, if they're being weird or, you know, being a hater or anything, you can put them in timeout. And if they continually do it, just block them. Man. Hell yeah. Dogman, yep. Brian says loving in eons. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Derek says, someone claims they saw a dog man 30 miles from here. I need to get you that video. Yes, please. Yes. Please send in all the evidence. Yes. We're going to start with the stories like right now. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Natasha. So this first one right here is actually someone sent it to me, and they don't want me to say their name, so I will respect that. It says, hi, Brooke. It's one of your subs and members here. Please don't use my name. I will tell you a few things before I get to the stories. Actually, yeah, hold on. There is something she doesn't want me to put in here. I do remember reading that. Okay, so basically she's saying that as a child, she would take family trips to like cabins out in the woods and stuff like that. And it says, so I found a trail that led to a group of pine trees that was probably planted by the Forest Service in the early 50s. As I was walking and playing in the area of pines, I heard a noise and looked around the tree to see what looked like a wolf. It was black, and I was on the other side when it got up to the tree. As I peeked around the corner, we locked eyes. It was panting like a dog, so I decided to stand on the path to get a better look at it. I touched its nose and pulled away. I started talking to it and touched the fur around its head. As I kept scratching its head, it closed its eyes. It seemed to snap out of getting relaxed from me petting it. It moved away and looked at me and cocked its head down. It cocked its head down the trail where I'd come from. What I got from it was it wanted me to leave. So I took off down the opposite trail. I went toward the pines, tripped over tree roots, falling into the leaves, and started crying. You know, she was just a kid. But I probably would have cried as an adult after seeing that. After a few minutes, I heard my brother calling me. So I sat up and called out to him. My shin was hurting from the fall. I got up and ran to him. I didn't say anything about the wolf. As I thought that was the end of the encounter, story number 2 comes along. Okay, this might be somewhat longer. To make a long story short, I ended up sleeping in a small army tent in the front of my cabin. My brother and his friends we came with, all boys, were sleeping in a bigger tent. I was not good at sleeping alone in a tent by myself. As I stated, to get late, it started to get late after 11 p.m., maybe even 12 to 1 a.m. I heard a noise outside my tent. I heard bipedal and quadruped footsteps, thinking it was a person with their dog. You know, someone walking their dog late at night. As I listened, I turned over in my sleeping bag and looked at the top of the tent. There was a dim light at the top of the cabin. So I saw a shadow and I thought it was a person, but it turned out to be the giant wolf standing there. I stayed quiet, wanting to scream so bad, but I didn't. I flipped myself over and pulled the sleeping bag over my head, holding my mouth. Listening, I heard the other wolf circling my tent, sniffing through the material. I also had wedged myself up against one wall of the tent, trying to get away from the dogman pushing its nose through to get a whiff of me. I froze at the wall, and the dogman sniffed and pushed its nose against my back, snorting and inhaling and exhaling. I jumped up and screamed and run from the tent and got to the cabin door. I opened the door and slammed it behind me. My mom's friend got up and asked me what was going on. I told her something scared me and I came running into the cabin. I said I wasn't going back out there and I would sleep on the floor if I had to. She said all right and went back to bed. After a few minutes, I heard scratching on the wall of the opposite side of the room. So I started scratching the wall where I was. No kidding. In a split second, the scratching was right at the spot where I had just scratched. The cabin had windows, but they were those rectangles with crank handles. They were very high up, and you couldn't see out unless you had a chair or a ladder. When I woke up at daybreak, my mom saw me on the floor wanting to know why I was there. Needless to say, I was forced to sleep out in the tent anyway. Story number 3. Well, my nightmare started every night after that. After everyone went to bed, those 2 dogmen showed up. It didn't matter if I zipped the tent closed or not. They would still open it. Sometimes climbing in and pulling the sleeping bag down or pulling the whole bag out with me. I was terrified. There were a few things that I do remember that happened that night. They would make me walk with them into the woods. One night on the path, I heard someone calling. It was like a teenager's voice. The dogman jumped into the bushes along the path as the teenager got closer. He asked me what I was doing out so late. Then the dogman started growling in the bushes. I told him as soon as I heard the growl that I was out walking my dog, LOL. I got between him and the bushes, not wanting the dogman to attack him. He got so scared from the growling, he started running up the trail. I told the dogman he/she was not sure what sex it was, and that he, the teenager, had left. Then it came out and proceeded to walk to what I found to be their camp. They were up the side of the mountain. I'm not sure how far that was from the cabin, just being a little kid. As we walked in, most of the wolves were sleeping on the ground. Some of them were sleeping on grass piles. That night, I was very tired from being woken up every night after midnight to go with them. I fell asleep on the ground at their camp, and when I woke up before dawn, I was sleeping against the dogman, which I was not doing when I fell asleep. I got up to stretch, and the dogman did the same. He looked exactly like Anubis, tall and thin, but very muscular. He started howling, and in the distance, I could hear another dogman howling back. I laid back down because I was still tired. I know, Brooke, this all sounds crazy and unbelievable. I've only told one other person besides my daughter. She knows because she was with me when the dogman came to our house. I guess later on, of course. There was a lot more to say, but I just realized this sounds freaking crazy. But yeah, that was so crazy. That actually, like, when I first read that absolutely gave me cold chills. That is crazy, guys. What the heck? I was scared. Selena's having to say, please be respectful. Brian said, tell them, Selena. What do you guys think about that story? Chris says, I love your show. Thank you, Chris. Wish I could send my evidence. It's forbidden. Oh, well, if it's forbidden. Ronald Ryan. Ronald. Hi, Brooke. Wishing you and your channel great success. Love the dog. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've seen Selena. She's had to cut a few people saying some stuff. Scott, you finally caught alive. Hey, Scott. What's up, buddy? Bazinga, I like your t-shirt. Thank you. I love this shirt. Johnny said Bigfoot is my uncle. Same. Oh, thank you so much, Johnny. Just donated a super chat for $5. Good evening, Brooke. Been watching videos ever since I discovered the dogman rabbit hole over a year ago. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Johnny. That is so appreciated. Marcel, hi, watching from South Africa. Wow, that is awesome. All the way in Africa? Whoa. Love it. I'm Holy Mindset TV. What is your channel about? We talk about cryptids. Mainly I like react to cryptid clips and stuff like that. But when I go live, I like to read subscriber stories that have been sent to me. Hey guys, hey Bluefish, hi. Man, that is so cool. I can't get over South Africa in the house tonight. That is awesome. That is so crazy. What do y'all guys think about their story that I just told? That was insane. Like, what would you do if you were a little kid? Like, what was their point in coming to get her to, like, just to hang out with her? Like, the dog man just wanted a friend to hang out with, a human companion? Brooke, where did that story take? I'm not sure. She did not say where the story took place at, and she did not want her name mentioned. So, hey Jay, how's it going? It's going good. Scott Lee, you may have not seen the video yet, but it's on the Bigfoot Finders. It's titled Dogman in a Cypress Tree. It's so clear. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Philly, Sincere Williams. Hey, keep doing your thing. Sending love from Philadelphia. That is so freaking awesome. Thank you, Marcel. I hope you have a great day, too. I missed it. Yeah, you'll have to rewatch that. Like, that story was absolutely crazy. Like, I mean, what would you do if you were, like, summoned by these dogmen and dogwomen just to come and chill out at their camp as a kid? Like, what is the purpose of that? Like, why did they do that? Like, what would you think? Do you think that they were planning on, like, making her breakfast? Or, I mean, they seem pretty nice to me. I don't know. Maybe they thought about it and they were like, nah, we kind of like this chick. Finland? David from Finland. Hello, I love your show. Watching you from Finland. That is crazy. Iron Squirrel, we know that dogman ain't the only type of cryptid. Tiffany, oh my God, I caught your live on my birthday. It's your birthday? Happy birthday. My birthday's actually tomorrow. That's crazy. Libra gang. Libra gang. Yeah, let everybody know. Tell Tiffany happy birthday. Tiffany said, oh my God, we twinning. I got a Fiva, $10. Thank you so much for the super chat. That is freaking awesome. That is awesome. I didn't know I could like this. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out lives myself. This is only the second live I've done. Let me like this other one. There we go. I'm trying to catch all y'all's comments too, but I do want to get to some more of these stories. The other ones are a little bit shorter than those ones. I mean, yeah, than those ones I just read. Oh my goodness. Jacob, thank you for gifting the memberships. Thank you so much. Iron Squirrel says, what got you into Dogman? Did you encounter one of these people? I did encounter a dogman, actually. I actually told my story on my last live, so you'll have to check that out. Yeah, shout out to Jacob for gifting some memberships. Dragon said, I saw real monsters. I believe one of my neighbor is a werewolf and come out not every day. I still hear it and run away from the neighborhood dogs. Oh my gosh. Cisco said your neighbor is just hairy. Chill. Y'all crack me up in the comments half the time. All right, I'm gonna get started on my next story. So this one right here is by David Chumney, and he actually left a comment on one of my videos. It says, I live a half a mile from Fort Benning / Moore in Benning Hills in Columbus, Georgia. There are no houses across the street from my house, just a wooded park and I-185 on the other side that leads all the way into the base. In August 2024, while my family was in the front yard just after dark, kids playing, my wife and I both saw something across the road about 50 yards from the house, passing under the only light in the park, so we were able to get a good look at it. Completely fit the description of this dogman creature. It was trotting across the park on all fours, paying no attention to us. I stared long enough for it to go out of sight and registered to get my family indoors in about 15 seconds because this wasn't an ordinary sized dog. Quickly grabbed my kids, tucking the two small ones under my arms and heading in. Grabbed my 12 gauge and headed back outside with my wife at my back telling me to be careful. Never seen it again. The one and only time seeing it, and I've done nothing but research it for the last year, letting it consume lots of my free time. I've had to decipher through much of the BS online, but there are quite a few stories I've come across that describes what we seen that night. I work nights, but my second shifts, but my 2 nights off, I spend the whole time in my yard. Wow. I mean, yeah, to spend your time off, seriously, like just, guarding your yard and stuff, that's some serious stuff. He definitely seen something. Happy early birthday. Thank you so much. Only the bad ones are monsters, just like, Iron Squirrel, I kind of agree with you on that. There are good people and there are bad people, and we all, whether we like to admit it or not, there's good and bad inside of us all. We can be bad sometimes, we can be great sometimes, but it's the wolf you feed. If you like that pun, it is the wolf you feed on a daily basis that determines whether you're good or bad that day. What do y'all think about that? Thank you for the early birthdays. So did Jacob literally gift 5 memberships? That's freaking awesome. Everybody thank Jacobs for gifting the memberships. Yeah, that's freaking crazy. Oh, this dude had more to his story too, David. He said that he has a tree next to his yard, and about 7 foot up the tree, there was like a limb that was like a huge limb that was broken in half. So, I mean, other than like a storm or lightning and something, what could have broken that huge tree limb, right? Jacob said, consider an early birthday gift. Thank you so much. Wow, Tiffany, thank you. Thank you guys for all the super chats. Y'all are freaking awesome tonight. Love you. Love your show so much. I'm always scrolling, waiting for the next episode. I think it's important for people to know what's out there and debate fact or fiction. You're definitely right about that, for sure. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. And thank you guys for the super chats. Y'all are, I'm so thankful for y'all. Like, seriously, that's awesome. And thank you, Jacob, for giving out the membership. That helps too. That really does. Now, this one right here is about a shadow person. And someone just said, his name is Tinky Ryu. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. It says, I've seen a shadow person once. Not much of a story, though. I was just walking my dog around 9:30 at night, like I usually do. On the way back to my house, I saw what looked like a person in my backyard. Had the silhouette of a young teenager. I thought it was my niece for a moment. As I approached, thinking it was my niece, it started walking towards our dog pen through the chain link fence gate, which was closed and locked. When I realized that that was the light coming from the back porch, it was not making it cast the shadow. It was just a void of darkness that had no shadow, but it was the shadow itself. I will call it the shadow person for now, but when you think of shadows, you think of how light casts them and stretches over them and distorts them all over surfaces. Whatever these things are, a shadow is not a very good description about myself. As a reminder, I am here for the creepy cryptid reactions. Oh gosh, that's crazy. I'm not going to even read the rest of that. It was hilarious though. That is crazy. But, oh, one theory I heard the other day, I was scrolling through TikTok, and one theory I heard the other day was shadow people. You know how we as humans are 3D, and we cast 2D shadows. So wouldn't like a 4D or 5D dimensional being cast a 3D shadow? Like shadow people? Think about it. I mean, if you're an extra dimensional, you know, more on another dimension, like the fourth dimension, you're going to cast a 3D shadow, right? What do y'all think about that? Jacob said, I've never experienced anything, but I'm a true believer in the fact that there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, that's one way to put it. My friend said he's seen 2 pumas in a tree while hunting in his stand. He was scared. Well, yeah. I mean, like, you know, when you see something like that, that puma's probably like, ooh, lunch. So, I mean, just imagine the things, the cryptids y'all can't see that's hiding behind the puma. Bluefish, happy early birthday tomorrow. My daughter's birthday was yesterday. Awesome! All these freaking Libras. I love it. Yeah. Oh, you like my Google Eye cup? Look at it. When I drink, his eyes go up. I actually spilled some there. My bad. That's hilarious. But yeah, I love that. When I seen that, I was like, I gotta get that. He's a little pumpkin. Y'all. That's hilarious. What y'all think about shadow people? I have, you know, that's the thing. I have seen shadow people before. I've never seen the actual dogman, but felt his presence and felt him sniffing. Kind of like the first story that that I discussed. That was definitely a dogman. Like, I mean, the dogman that I encountered, of course, in my first live stream, I told y'all all about it, and I was like, I didn't feel like I should open my eyes, and I didn't. I kept them shut tight the whole time. But you could feel like this dog man was like, he towered over me and just like sniff. The snout, you could tell it's a dog's snout. Don Moore, hey everyone. I have a friend in Florida, Panhandle, who had a shadow people in his house. They seem to come out of the foyer mirror, which he wrapped up and stuck in the garage. Occasionally, I see them on his video. Oh, hell no to that. I got a fever. Love your channel, Brooke, and you're so cute. Oh, thank you so much. I got a fever. Don, they're on his property, and you see them on video playbacks, but he doesn't see them when he's filming. It's weird. Katharina? Hey, from Ireland. Whoa, Ireland in the house. I love Ireland. I want to visit Ireland one day so bad. Ireland in the house. That is so cool. That is very cool. Cool but scary about the shadow people, right? I don't know. I know I had some more stories on here for y'all. I didn't have as much as I did last time because there was like a bunch of stories together. Let's see. I found a story out of a newspaper clipping. If y'all want to hear that, it's like from the 1940s. No, I'm sorry. This was from like the 1800s. The one I saved. Y'all want to hear that one? The Hat Man. Katrina said, I experienced the Hat Man before. It was creepy. Yeah, like, I've heard about the Hat Man before. And I forget what channel I first heard that, but yeah, the Hat Man's supposed to be like one of those fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional beings that cast you know, after I heard that theory about the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension beings, the fourth and fifth dimensional beings, I mean, it just really makes sense that they would cast 3D shadows. I mean, come on. Oh my gosh, Dogman TP hunting in the house. Hey, I've missed you. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Welcome to the channel. I mean, welcome to the live. What am I talking about? Dawn said they can be in the woods and be tree peekers as well. You can mistake them for tree peeking Bigfoot, but it seems they are shadow beings. Actually, yeah, I've filmed when we went over here. There's a church over here, which we can't go in anymore. They don't want us over there with our dogs and stuff anymore. And, you know, that's fine. But they have like a patch of woods over there. And I would see shadow beings like peeking out from trees, and actually filmed a couple of them. It's actually quite freaky. Yeah, over there. So I'm like, you know, I don't mind not going back over there anymore. Yeah, I bet you've been busy. Have you been filming, Dogman? Because I need to get some more evidence from your channel. Tiffany said, hey, I have an encounter on Dogman Encounters Radio, but so much more has happened since. I definitely been... Now, I love Dogman Encounters. That was actually one of the first shows I ever watched on Dogman. Before I knew what I seen, well, not seen, but I knew what I felt. That's when I figured it out. That was probably a dogman because of his channel. Dogman TV. Yep, I've been filming a lot of some good footage. Nice. Nice. I cannot wait to see. And I'd like to hear your encounters on Dogman Tiffany. I'd like to hear that. So send me that encounter if you want to. It's so weird how creepy stuff happens around churches. Yeah, it really is. Dirt Slinger, nice makeup. It looks good. Thank you. Thank you. I love doing makeup. Actually wanted to be like a cosmetologist and do hair and all that stuff. I still kind of do. There's like a school here for it, so I'm thinking about going to school for it. Sorry, I'm trying to read all these comments. Brooke, that video of Dogman running and jumping up that tree in a second. Cat points is yes, the jumper, the tree hopper is what I call it. A lot of people say that ain't real, that is just CGI, but I don't know, guys. That looks super real to me. And then somebody said it was rewound going backwards. And I can kind of see that too, like where they rewound it and it was like coming down from the tree. Now, that might be why it kind of looks like CGI, but Dogman, yeah, send me some stuff, man. Send me some stuff. That would be freaking awesome, dude. Tiffany said, Vic, I'd help my family so much, but my daughter just loves you. She's 10 and she's so, she's like, always like, can we watch First Place? Oh. That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank your daughter for me. Billy says Jesus is coming back. Repent. Preach. I hope he is coming back someday soon. Because all this stuff happening in the world is just atrocious. Dogman TV Honey, did you see me in the World War II tunnels along with the shadow entities? No, I haven't been on YouTube as of recently. Like, I've just been doing my own thing because I consider it my birthday week. So I just kind of like to focus on me and stuff like that. So, sorry, I'm not trying to be like that, like rude or anything. It's just, you know, I like to focus on me when that time comes around. You should go to school for it. Something you want to do. True that. True that. I really am going to look into that. And I mean, like, I didn't even know there was a school right around the corner from where I am. What about government keeping secrets about these monsters? You know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's so many things out there. Who knows? I honestly, I can't tell you about that. Let's get up the likes and share and comment. This channel is cool. Thank you, Jeff. Hi, Jeff. I am doing really good. Thank you. I hope you're doing well, too. Fozobox, hello from Croatia. Wow. Yeah, we got people all around the world from here. That is freaking awesome. I interviewed a witness in Dogman in Croatia. Okay, that is cool. Steven says, I've never seen a shadow person, but I have had some weird things and heard odd things that most don't believe. I've been in Gettysburg around the battlefields late in the evening and hear rifle fire. Wow. Yeah, I know that there are the Gettysburg ghosts and stuff like that. Ain't there like some footage of that somewhere? I had to sign a non-disclosure on my encounters, but I wish I could talk about them. Wow. Oh my gosh, Phil, Dogman TV Hunting. Do y'all know each other? The Fozo Fox? Is that the one you interviewed? Dogman, Phil, yeah, I would actually. That would be okay. If you, I pretty much trust you, Phil, so I wouldn't mind being interviewed by you. Is this channel about paranormal stuff? Yes, this channel is about paranormal stuff. We talk about, well, usually I do reactions and stuff for paranormal clips, mainly cryptids and stuff like that, Bigfoot, dogman, werewolves, vampires, any kind of cryptid out there. And for my lives, I'm starting to tell stories that subscribers have sent me. Donnie says, I have a video. I want to send it to you. Go ahead. Send me. You can email me. I should have my emails on any one of my videos. There's my email address down somewhere in the description box. So just email me and I'll share your stuff. I'll look over it. Do you think... Jay Howard says, do you think with all the hurricanes and storms happening that the dogman or Bigfoot will be seen more because their homes were flooded? You know, I think we're going to start seeing a lot more things happening in the supernatural area, along with natural disasters, you know, I've seen some clips of when some like Asian country got flooded and there was like dragons and sea creatures in the water and stuff like that. So I think the 2 and 2 could stick together, you know, and come together. That's possible. Mavis Ann, do you ever have a real encounter with dogman? I would like to hear about your dogman experience. I shared my dogman experience in my very first live. So if you want to check that out, it's this is only my second live, so it'll be easy to find. I have a green shirt on in my very first live. I do tell about my dogman encounter there. Jerry said, I love watching your videos. I'm from Colorado. Keep up the good work. May you have a beautiful and blessed evening. Thank you so much, Jerry. Shout out to Jerry. Thank you so much. Dogman Phil says, well, Brookster, I would like to invite you to do an interview with me. Yeah, okay. We can do it. Yeah. Well, you can just email me and we can set that all up. Okay, Phil? Steven says, yes, there are videos of ghosts and some photos that can be found on YouTube about Gettysburg. Yeah, I knew. There was like some soldiers or something like walking through. I could be getting this confused with like Ghost Adventures or something, but I think Ghost Adventures went there, y'all, and they captured like a ghost walking across a field or like the road or something. Donnie said, okay, it was during the hurricane. I seen a little purple light only with the camera and also tiny flying slug like thing about 5 inches long. It came onto my camera. Did a flip and kept flying right. Bro, did you see a fairy? Do you do reviews on technology devices? No, I don't. No. We just stick to the cryptids on here, brother or sister. Carl Animal, good evening, man. Happy birthday. When you see the Flying Dutchman, anything is possible. You saying that you seen the Flying Dutchman? You know, that's one thing. That goes out of my mind. Like, you know about it, but you're like, oh, yeah. Not sure if that's like a cryptid or not. Will you go back to the place where experienced the dog, like where I experienced the dog man? I mean, I think somebody else lives there now, but I mean, it could be possible. Oh, you seen the Flying Dutchman in the early 80s? Wow. Send me your story, guys. Like, send me your stories via email. And if you have any like pictures, video, you can send me that too. I'll share them on my channel. So I think the biggest part of cryptids lies beneath the ocean, the measuring sounds that are bone chilling down there. You are right about that. That's one thing I do want to start working more on is cryptids in the ocean. But guys, let me tell you this story right here, because I'm going to have to like, this live stream is not going to be very long, unfortunately. I know it sucks, but I was going to try to keep it to a little bit of an hour, maybe a little bit over. Now this is from Missouri, and I think, yeah, it was in 1845, the year 1845. Oh, hold on. Thank you, Jay Howard. Thank you for the super chat. Keep up the good work, Brooke. My daughter wanted to say hi and happy early birthday. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, and hi, everybody. What about drawing? Like a drawing of the cryptid you saw? I mean, yeah, you can send me that if you want to. Send it with a story, though, so I'll know. Like, yeah, so I'll know what you're referring to, okay? Billy said, finally made it here. It's been a bad day. I'm so sorry, Billy. I'm sorry it's been a bad day. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you so much, guys, for the super chats. Donnie, I'm from the Carolinas. And guys, I wanted to let you know about the Carolinas, especially in Western North Carolina. Please continue to pray for those people. It looks like there's finally, you know, some good things happening, some help coming in for those people. But Helene really, or however you say that freaking hurricane's name, it really impacted some of those places. So I would like for you to keep Western North Carolina and the mountains like in your thoughts and prayers, and send them positivity, because it is just absolutely devastating what has happened there, honestly. Like, I can't believe like we missed some of the worst stuff by like an inch. I mean, like it just passed over us. Thanks be to God. Troll King said, I took 4 tractor trailer loads of food and water up there. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yeah, someone sent me like a crazy email the other day, and I was like, honestly, I didn't believe it at first. I was like, there's no way. But then I started doing like a little bit of research, and I was like, huh, it's just now finally starting to come out what is really going on up there. And thanks be to God that they're being helped finally. So glory be to God for that. Yeah. And it's not just, it's like Tennessee and North Carolina. It's all those, like, okay. So yeah, I know, right? Okay, so let me get to this. This is from Missouri. It says, a strange story comes from Missouri. At Moberly, in that state, some workmen at the bottom of a coal shaft 360 feet below the surface came upon a buried city arched in by a hard and thick stratum of lava. The streets are regularly laid out and enclosed by walls of stone, which is cut and dressed in a fairly good, although rude, style of masonry. A hall 30 by 100 feet was discovered, wherein stone benches and tools of all descriptions for all mechanical service was found. Further search disclosed statues and images made of composition closely resembling bronze but lacking luster. Of course, curiosity was aroused to a certain kind of people that dwelt in this strange city buried for centuries beneath the earth's surface. With a good deal of difficulty in removing debris, the workmen finally succeeded in reaching a spot where a stone fountain was found in a wide court street, and from it a stream of perfectly pure water was flowing, which upon being tested was found to be, hold on, My timer was going off to warn me. It's getting close to that time. Which, upon being tested, was found to be strongly impregnated with lime. Lying beside the fountain were portions of a skeleton of a human being. From the measurement of bones, it was concluded that when alive, the figure was 3 times the size of an ordinary man and possessed of wonderful muscular power and quickness. The implements found in the city embraced bronze and flint knives, stone and granite hammers, metallic saws of rude workmanship but proved metal, and others of similar character. They were not so highly polished nor accurately made as those now finished by our best mechanics, but they show skill and an evidence of an advanced civilization. The searching party spent 12 hours in the depths and only gave up explorations because of the oil in their lava lamps being low. These facts are vouched by the recorder of the city of Moberly and the city marshal, who were the exploring party. The story, if true, is singular. If not true, is a yarn that would have been done to credit Missouri in the palmiest days of her romancing. So yeah, you can tell that was written in like the 1800s just by its wording style. But I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, like, can you imagine, like, going down being a workman, like, going down and finding all, like, giant bones and stuff like that? I thought that was pretty neat. What? You am I feeling the dead heaviness in the air? I have to get permission to talk to you. What does that mean? Jeff, you leaving? Have a good night. I don't know what that means. You have to have permission to talk to me. Oh, okay. Oh, you were just telling people to have a good night. I see. I'm still here. You bet the storm brought out all the cryptids. They probably did. Did y'all see that? Selena showed me the other day that a new Bigfoot video that just come out. She said, I think I've seen that on a beef jerky commercial or something. I think it was. I think it was a beef jerky commercial, and it was like part of it or something like that. Or they were filming it or something, and somebody was in the woods and captured the guy in costume or something. What y'all think about them giants being found? You know, there's supposed to be all kinds of giant bones that were found a long time ago. Donnie said, oh yeah, I seen it. Messing with Sasquatch. Yeah, he was like eating a leaf or something. He's like fanning himself or eating a leaf. Oh no, I thought that was pretty funny. But it did look real. It did. But I swear that's like the Bigfoot on those like Slim Jim or like beef jerky commercials. It looked just like it. What the hell, Big E? What the hell does that mean? Chopped cheese? What? Look up autism. I know what autism is. Have you watched Frank TV on YouTube? I think I've heard of him before. Hi, Brookster. You are a great person. Keep it going. Love the vibe you bring. God bless you. Thank you so much, Yucky Ducky. I love that name. I ain't saying that. Big E, you trying to trap me in something? No. Selena. I'm going to put you on timeout. I'm putting y'all in timeout since y'all want to act so immature. Like, why would I ever say that? It's a sandwich. How am I supposed to know that? Oh, he does? See, I don't know that. How am I supposed to know this is a guy who makes sandwiches on YouTube? How am I supposed to know that? I mean, we're a cryptid channel. I don't look up sandwich making. I thought it was something crude. Selena's deleting them. You're deleting the messages. I don't know. I don't know what they're saying now. Thank you, Dragon. That's sweet. Thank you so much. What's the sandwich made out of? Since we on the topic of sandwiches now. Where did they find the giant bones? That was in Missouri. It was Moberly. I hope I'm saying that right. Moberly. Phil said I lost the messages for a bit, huh? Oh, it's like a chopped up burger and a hoagie bun. See, I didn't know that. Happy level up day. Thank you so much. Hi, Grantis. Welcome to the chats. I know, guys. I'm going to have to wrap it up soon. I was only going to do like this live for only an hour. I didn't have much stories this time anyway, unfortunately. So that's why y'all got to send me your stories so we can have a longer live stream. But yeah. Billy says he believes giants still exist. They might. Heck, some people are saying they're catching the giant sloths in the Amazon jungle. So, I mean, anything could exist. Joe just seen a dog eating a rat. That dog must have been hungry. Nice setup. Thank you so much, yours truly. Yeah, they did find, nobody here says they found giant bones all over the world. That's true. I've been doing a lot of research and I found a lot of newspaper clippings, like older newspaper clippings where they have literally put in print that they have found giant bones in some underground city and just random places all over the United States. So I definitely believe that to be true. Jay Howard said, one of my neighbors is walking their dog and it's growling at one of the cars, but nobody's in it. Weird. Oh, gosh. Billy says, I appreciate you for the work you do for all of us. Thank you so much, Billy. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all being here. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes, you guys. Yeah, Phil, talking about, he says, has anyone ever heard of the old chook or the black dog that haunts cemetery? Really big and quadrupedal, sometimes send digging. Yes, I did a couple of episodes on the black shuck and the, oh man, what was it called? The Grim, the church Grim. That was really cool. When I found that, I found like all kinds of like artwork for the Grimm and stuff like that. I was like, shoot, I just thought that was old Harry Potter. But apparently, of course, J.K. Rowling got a lot of inspiration from old-timey English spooky stuff, so I mean that just makes sense. So oops. My chat, where'd it go? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the shout out, Dogman, for well, I keep calling you Dogman. Phil, thank you so much. Is the Grimm related to hellhounds? You know, that's a good question. It could be. It could be, but in some tales, the Grimm is nice. And you can, like, leave offerings for it, and it'll, like, protect you and stuff. And that's kind of weird, but I wouldn't, like, be going and offering anything, you know, I mean, because you just never know. But that is a good question. It could be related to the hellhounds. Nobody here says the found giant bones on Catalina Island in the early 1900s, but then the Smithsonian took it over and hid them. I've heard a lot on that, actually, like a lot of that. We got the Shady Valley Haint, supposed to be some kind of monster that will attack cars. Come out to find it was a bear. Usually, I don't want to say like 75 to 80% of the time, it's usually like things that are, what am I trying to say here? Like that we already know exist, like bears and panthers and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, they find giant bones everywhere, like all over. I'm telling you, when I found those newspaper clippings of giant bones being found, like literally all over the U.S., and these are like old newspaper clippings, like from the 1800s and stuff. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy. But guys, I am actually going to wrap up this live. I hope that you had a great time. Sorry I didn't have as much stories this time, but just wanted to pop in and say hey, and hope y'all having a good night. And yeah, just share some of that with you. And make sure you send me your stories. Send me emails. I'll actually edit this and put my email down below in the description box, so y'all can send me your emails and your evidence and your stories and stuff like that. I'd love that. I just wanted to pop in and say I hope you're warm inside. Thank you. I hope the same for you. I appreciate you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you for all the birthday wishes as well. I really do appreciate you guys. Like, seriously, thank you for all of the shout outs, the donations, the super chats. Y'all have been an exceptional audience, and thank you so much for being on your best behavior. And, you know, continue to take care, and I will see you next time, okay? All right? I'm going to get off here. Y'all have a good one, okay? Thanks, guys. Bye.